Hello and welcome. You may quiver with fear, for I have returned to play yet another mod of the Quake. I'm playing the same mod, but I'm playing a different map within the mod, namely Nook of the Earth, the Quake Explore Jam 3 once again. I was running around the main foyer for the entire mod, and I was looking at all the maps, or a couple of the maps, and this one stuck out to me in particular because I liked the colour scheme and it reminded me of my feathers. And so, of course, I was immediately intent on playing this map, and that is what we're doing at this moment. So, welcome to Nook of the Earth by what I assume to be Aesop, or EJ3 Aesop. I'm not entirely certain. EJ3 will perhaps be Explore Jam 3, and Aesop is what I'm assuming is the name of the mod, or the map maker. And so immediately, compared to the other map, what you can notice is that there is no sound at all. Right, well, there is sound, but there's no new music. So immediately, not having music makes this entire map feel emptier, feel less... It's difficult to explain. It makes it feel lonelier. It makes it feel more desolate. It makes it feel different, to say the least. Perhaps even a little scarier, I want to say. Alright, once again, I'm very much a fan of this architecture that they've put here. The colours are really nice. Once again, they remind me of my feathers. And my feathers are based off of wall creepers, which are fantastic birds. And I really like wall creepers, and I find them immensely beautiful. And so I really thought that this map with the black, the white, the off-white colour that you can see there, and then the red, was really reminiscent of these wall creeper wing colours. And so that was the main reason I played this. I did not play this map more than 1 second. I noticed the colour scheme, and I immediately wanted to play it. Now, once again, this entire architecture looks quite interesting. We have really large pillars here. This particular pillar looks a bit different, and it is. There is some sort of fence within it. Interesting. And then the ceiling has patterns that look as though they might be some sort of maze viewed from above. So we shall see if that has any type of significance. There is a door here which we probably cannot open. Nope, we can't because we need the silver key. And where shall we get the silver key from? Perhaps there. Alright, okay, I mean it already looks as though I can go up here. Can I make that jump? Oh, wow. I honestly did not think that I would be able to do this particular jump. It did not look like it was possible. Okay, there are different places that we could go now. We could go here. And for a second I thought that the silver key was in there, but I don't believe it is. Oh. What is happening? Why is there something moving up here? Okay, things are happening and I'm not entirely certain why. I always like weird, perhaps even ancient mechanisms that I don't know what they do in games like this. I really like Tomb Raider because of that. And I don't know why. It just has this... It just makes it feel so mysterious and so interesting to me to have these weird mechanisms that do something and then they're loud and they make lots of noise, and then because this particular map has no music, every noise sticks out. So the noise of this particular pillar moving up is just, it sticks out a lot more than it would perhaps if you were playing, or if this map had music. I'm not sure what that did. It did do something. I do like the quick save because I do not like redoing things too often because it just makes everything boring. In my opinion, just like that. Because if you fall down and you have to jump up again, it would just make this entire video way too long in my opinion, so I'm not doing it. So what we're doing instead is just quick saving from time to time, or rather often, so that I don't have to redo sections over and over again and edit those out, because there's no real point in doing that, in my opinion. Alright. Interesting. So we do see this. We pushed the key up is I believe what we did. Interesting. Brief is the life of a man, and small the nook of the earth where he lives, I believe is what it said. Yes. Alright. There was... Oh, there's the jumping boots here. Okay. So we have unlocked that. There is a golden key in here. So we can go back down and open the door now with this key that we've just acquired. Alright, let's see. It's a bit annoying to get around here. I could have also gone around there, whatever. It doesn't matter. We've managed to do it. Well, I said this map didn't have music, but once it did, it really landed. It really, really landed. I have to say, as soon as the music starts, it really landed. And that's, I think that's a really good way of doing it, because obviously if you have music in your game, and if it's playing at all times, the player might not even notice it, right? But here, the music plays at some sort of point of revelation, right? You open the door and you step into this rather this strange world which has this ancient Roman vibe, to me, in my opinion. With this particular area here looking very Roman, looking like some sort of Roman temple, perhaps. And so this is, I think, a really good way of putting music into your mod, or into your map, and into these points of revelation, in my opinion, where something happens that you want the player to be excited over, or want them to really, really enjoy in some sort of that, and remember also, right? Because not only would you, once I opened the door, it took me a second to take in everything, and I was quiet for a moment, and then the music started playing, and so this is really going to be a moment, in my opinion, that a player would remember. Now, so I personally think that's a really good way to incorporate music into your map. So I really like this, and I really, really, really like the way it looks. I already saw a monster running around, which I'm not a fan of, but okay. So we've got a fountain here. Lots of benches, nice greenery, some sort of banner. Interesting swirly patterns on the benches. A door that we cannot open. This is very Roman-like, in my opinion. So this almost looks like an aqueduct or a viaduct to me, but it isn't quite. Although it really does have those like aqueduct, viaduct vibes. And then you have what looks like some sort of temple here and here. So I think this is absolutely trying to recreate some sort of ancient Roman feeling here. This looks like, yeah, some sort of relaxation area with some nice benches here, and I assume these probably are grapes. Yeah, those are grapes. And then a parasol here to protect yourself from the sun. The birds chirping in the background. That sounds like a chaffinch, actually, so this might actually be European birds, but I can't. It's difficult to tell right now. There's more grapes here. Okay. So I'm quite sure that the map maker really wanted to get across a Roman feeling, but I saw when I entered here, I saw somebody. I'm fairly certain about that, but I'm not entirely certain where that certain somebody has disappeared to, which is concerning, ever so slightly. Ah, there you are. Greetings, my dear sir. Might I ask how your day is going? Well, you are friendly, even though you do not look particularly friendly with your bloodied knife and bloodied body, but he appears to be friendly, and that is good. So this does not look abandoned, you know, so it all looks very clean, which is interesting. Now, if it all looks very clean, and so these look more Greek than Roman, in my opinion. So we might also just be in Greece, or somebody, or like some ancient, or like just something that's supposed to evoke ancient feelings. But this looks more Greek. This looks like some sort of muse playing on a harp of some sort, perhaps. I like how expansive everything is. It certainly looks warm and Mediterranean with the sun and everything and the mountains in the background. So I do enjoy that. There is something there that appears to lead into the viaduct, aqueduct looking area. But we need the gold key to enter here. And I believe to enter this temple-like area, we also needed a key. We need the silver key. Okay. Some sort of obelisk here, with no further inscription or information as to its usage or significance. There's more obelisks up there, lining the side of this viaduct or aqueduct. I can't tell which of the two it's supposed to be. Considering it's coming from the mountain, it might actually be an aqueduct carrying perhaps water that is flowing down the mountain. Greetings. Where am I here? This is a texture which I recognize. This is a texture from the last map. Before I go there, I do wish to briefly see what we have down there. I like the ambient sound of wind. It's very interesting. Interesting patterns here on the fence also. Now this is interesting because this texture looks rather out of place in my opinion. This is more medieval looking, you know, has like sort of church vibe to me. So this is kind of out of place compared to everything else. Oh, we can go back here. Interesting. So there's just this gigantic area behind this temple-like place there that we can go to, but there is nothing here to interact with. Interesting. Okay. We can also walk around this temple, I think, like this. So this map does have two secrets, so perhaps we shall find one somewhere. But it doesn't look like there's anything here, unfortunately. Okay. Let us see if we can go here. Once again, I am being given choices. I have said so before, but I don't like choice. Choice is always difficult because I never know where to go first. And I'm always worried that if I go somewhere, that I will not be able to go to the other places and explore them. Because I've gone somewhere that locks me out of going to that other place. So, a little bit worried, but we shall just continue here on our path of exploration into this area. This one looks a bit more... I'm not certain. This could be gladiators of some sort, but it has Spartan vibes to me. It looks like some sort of Greek warrior, perhaps. And this looks like... At first I thought it was Poseidon of some sort, but it looks like some sort of sea creature. And, okay. So I'm definitely not entirely certain what vibe we are going for here. It has both Greek and Roman vibes at the same time, which is interesting. Wow, okay, we have a silver key here, which is good to know. Oh. So something happened down there. I can't get there from there, but I can just jump down. That's good. So let us just jump down here. Okay, a crate of apples that has fallen over. Looks like apples, perhaps pomegranates. I am not entirely certain what the significance of this might be. Okay. We can climb the crates back up from where we came. Okay, can we climb ladders? We can, with very terrible jumping noises. Okay, here we go. We have collected the silver key, so that means that we should now be able to enter the temple-like area that we saw earlier. It is the other side, I believe. Ah, greetings. Oh. Greetings, sir. I believe you might be dead, though perhaps I am not a doctor, so please do not take my word for it, but you are also... It appears that you are tied to your chair, and you are writhing around still. Whether this is a bug or intentional, I do not know. The other person does not appear to be moving, and so I am confused. So these do not look as though they are alive. And there is the red fruit in this little, well, bowl here. So did they eat the red fruit, and did that kill them? Questions over questions. So... interesting. Interesting. So there might be something here with the red fruit. Again! The red fruit, right on the table, next to what looks like a corpse on the bed. Once again, did they eat the red fruit? And was that the cause of their death? Or did they get the fruit because they are sick? And so, whoever was trying to treat them gave them this red fruit in the hopes that it might heal them. Could be both at this moment, and I do not have enough information to say which of them it would be. Here you can see a bed that is empty. See, this bed is empty, and there is no fruit next to it. So I am... Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to break you, dear vase. Okay, so we do not have anybody on this particular bed, but there is somebody hanging from the ceiling above the bed. I do not know which of these two I prefer, so something is absolutely amiss in this world. I do not know what that might be, though. Okay, I cannot stand on the vases. Intriguing. So things are happening here. And I shall endeavour to find out what that might be. So my guess at the moment is that there's something happened here and the fruits are responsible. So now we have two places that we are able to go. Hello, dear sir. So why are you alive and nobody else is? And why are you still patrolling if everything seems to be dead? Okay. Water. Wow, this map is way larger than I had initially anticipated. Hi. Okay, so it might be some sort of aqueduct, though it is strange that the water would be below it. It looks like some sort of really big canal, this particular area, or some gigantic pool, though. It's hard to tell. So we had one more door that we could open without a key, and we shall go there first before opening the temple-like area with the key that we have just acquired. We must go back up, though. So far, it is all very interesting. because it is strange what might have happened here, and I'm hoping that we will be able to find some answers. And I like this ambient wind. It's really nice when you're up here on this bridge. I like it. Oh, some dark alley. Okay, why can I go here? Sometimes there's areas where I'm confused that I would be allowed to go there, and I always feel as though there might be a secret somewhere hidden. Ah, does that lead me behind the gate, or Yes, it... Greetings? And who might you be? It's a robot. Okay. So there is a gun robot. I've seen this robot before in the Alkaline Jam. And it is rather ominously positioned beneath this light, and it looks as though it is on. Greetings? Error. Anachronism detected. Abort mission. Ah, okay. Are we a time traveler, perhaps? So the ancient Roman theory might not be wrong, but we have detected an anachronism, which, true, we have detected some sort of robot here in this dark alley behind everything, and this was not a secret. This does not count as a secret. Interesting. Huh, so it appears that we have traveled back in time, perhaps to figure out what has happened to the people of this town. Though, of course, once again, it's conjecture. And I'm not certain whether that is actually what is happening here. Oh god. Okay, so there's nothing more here. Let us now go inside here. Once again, I really enjoy the design of everything. More grapes. More crates. Vases, and I like the design so much. Now, this is the type of area where I could see myself just sitting with a nice book, or my laptop most likely, and just chilling here. Maybe even listening to the same kind of music that we are currently listening to in the background, which has been looping very well. The artist made it. I'm not sure if this is a music that the map maker themselves made, or if this is some sort of stock music, but it's really good because it loops well, and it's not an annoying music that gets annoying, and like there's some type of music that if you listen to it on repeat, it just gets in your ear, and you can't get it out, and it just gets annoying. This music is really nice. It reminds me of the type of music that I would listen to in general. And the new Boards of Canada album was just released, Inferno, and I've been enjoying it immensely. It has been really nice to listen to the album, and I feel as though I might need the double jump for this particular area. I think I might need the double jump for him. Okay. We shall return. So I think that sound, there was a brief moment of silence, and the music stopped before it started again. But it was such a brief moment of silence, and I think that is where the loop is. And it's really well done that you can barely notice. So I think that's very well done. I really like this loop. And this music is very nice. As I said, I've just been listening to the Boards of Canada album, which has been immensely enjoyable, and yes. Oh, more red fruits, but no corpse this time around. Ah, there's some boots here. More red fruit and grape. Some more of that kind of warrior scene here. This area looks a bit more fancy, especially with this bed here, with a bed with curtains. A night table in here, 2 night tables. Can I break all these vases? I can. But what I cannot do... get my jumping boots. Okay. Well, we can. We have got the jumping boots. I like this button. That is a good color. I like this color and the symbol. I don't know why this sticks out to me quite so much, but I really do enjoy this color and the button design itself. Now that we have the double jump, I believe we might be able to go there and do some jumping. I believe with the double jump we should be able to reach this area quite easily that we weren't able to reach just a moment ago. Perfect, we are. Alright. Where are we now? Okay, that jump did not work out how I had intended it to work out. This area is strange. It's almost liminal in the sense of it. There is no reason for this area to be here, and there is no way to get here other than by jumping to it. And so it's very interesting that that would be here. So I feel as though we... No? Does that jump not work? It does work. Perfect. And here's our golden key. Oh, alright. I believe I know where we are. Yes. Okay, so we have received the golden key. And with that, we shall be able to go inside this viaduct, aqueduct-like area. Okay. We have yet to find any secrets. I feel as though we might not be able to find them. I do not know how long this map is so... Greetings. Oh, wow. It goes on for so long that the end of it is already foggy. Wow, this map is gigantic. And there is way more here than I... Greetings, sir? Are you doing some fishing? Ah. He's making strange noises. There's water here. I feel as though there might be something in the water, so we should do a quick save and do... Aha! No dope fish. Nope fish. No dope fish. Nope fish. Right, I got some yellow armor, and that was our first secret. So we have now found half of the secrets already. Yay! Perfect. That is really nice that we have found half of the secrets already. Huh. So we have here a gigantic bonfire. Once again, I hear things. What did I just hear? Oh, do the trees rustle when I walk past them? That's a nice detail. Ah, and these little bushes rustle also. I really like that detail. That's nice. Some interesting tree stumps that almost look as though I could break them, but I don't think I can. Okay. Got some health. This looks like some sort of unfinished house here. Oh, a waterfall. Now, this appears... I think the waterfall strengthens my theory of this potentially being an aqueduct rather than a viaduct. But of course I still can't be certain until I look at the top, but... Where are we here? What do we have here? It is all very grand. It is all very grand. And everything is so huge that it almost feels as though it was made for giants. But of course, we have seen the people and the inhabitants of this world already lying on their benches, and they aren't giants. They are rather normal-sized. And so... it is strange how everything is quite so grand. Huh. Right. We have the bonfires here. And then I believe after I've checked out the bottom area here, I shall go back up and see what we have up there. I'm surprised still at the fact that the robot that we saw earlier was not a secret and that we were meant to find it. Apparently, if we weren't meant to find it, it would have been a secret in my opinion. So, but I'm surprised about the fact that they said anachronism detected. Because that means that I think we are some sort of time traveler here, but what is our purpose? What is our purpose here? The fact that there were the corpses and the corpses having had the red fruit and then the basket, or rather the chest with that was open that fell down with the red fruit in it. I feel as though those things might be connected. It is hard to tell. It is hard to tell whether they really are. Apologies for the interruption here. It is hard to tell whether they really are, but it feels as though they should be. All right. Apologies for this again. Okay. There are so many places here to see. It is, in a sense, rather overwhelming, really, because there is so much to see here, and just to look at, it's quite incredible, really. I almost feel as though I should be able to jump up here somehow. Perhaps sometime later. Ooh. Now, why would there need to be ammunition in an exploring-based map? How am I? I'm not sure if I can actually do this jump. I probably can. And I would get the ammunition up there, I assume, but... Interesting, alright. I'll perhaps do that later. I don't want to spend too much time trying to jump around, because I'm terrible at jumping in this game. Right, you probably do not want me to go here, but you give me the option, so I shall. I like exploring. Welcome to the void. Hello, alright, this is not a secret again, but I've entered the void, apparently. Welcome to the void. Yeah, it very much is the void. Thank you, map maker. I like that they left this in, it's kind of funny. I really want to go up there in this viaduct aqueduct still. Okay, there does not appear to be anything here, but if I do the jump better, I should be able to jump up there. So let us see. We shall do the jump again, and then I believe And then I should be able to jump up here. Oh no. Is there anything hidden behind the waterfall? No. I am disappointed. Do you not know that you are supposed to put something behind waterfalls in games? Ah. That would have been nice if there was something behind there. I'm still assuming that they did not intend for me to go here. That might have been a slight oversight. That is alright. We didn't break anything. I'll do a quick save, and then we shall continue into this area here with the hanging lights of the ceiling. I like hanging lights. I am not entirely certain why. They just have this interesting feel to them, especially in a room that is so tall. I don't know what the point of this particular building would be. Okay, I can go into these areas. I don't know why I should want to, but I can. We have yet to see more actually alive people. The only person that we saw was that one guard-like person. Ah, more red fruit! There are more red fruit and grapes too, though. It feels as though the red fruit are the enemy of this map. Oh, hello, writing! Ah. So those look like runes. It could be perhaps Linear B or something like that. Like, you know, some old writing system that ancient Greek used before they developed the alphabet that they're still using today, obviously. The Greek alphabet, from which the Latin alphabet is also derived. At first glance I thought this might be some sort of Futhark, but I don't believe it is, because I don't believe it is. I think this might be like something like Linear B, or perhaps not Linear B. Linear B was something else. I forgot the name of that, but an earlier version of the Greek alphabet. I think this is what that might be. I think I've seen this before, so I think this is an actual alphabet that they're using here to obscure things. Alright, there's a portal. I believe this might be the exit, so I don't want to go... Some sort of amphitheater? Greetings, everybody. I have arrived. Please clap. Okay. Oh, there's actually cheering. I can hear cheering. Interesting. There is cheering happening in the background. More, see, again, with the red fruit basket here that's opened, and with the fruit, like, falling out, so it feels strange. It just feels strange. I feel like the red... Something here is wrong with those red fruit. I can't be certain, but it is... Everything points me in that direction so far. Now, we still are missing one secret and answers to all of my questions. What is happening here? And why are we here? And what is with the corpses and everything? And why was there an anomaly detected? What went wrong with our time travel? So many questions, so few answers. Can I do that jump? Oops, well, not like that. I did a double jump off here. Hello. Perfect. Oh, got both our secrets now. Nice. That is precisely what I wanted. Perfect. Okay, nice. Well, this has been a really nice map. I'm assuming that once I go through the portal back there, we'll have finished it, and that'll be that. So it's been really nice. I've really enjoyed this map a lot. It has been really nice. I really like the architecture, I really like these ancient themes in general. They're always nice, always really interesting to look at and explore. The map maker, I think, did a fantastic job with the music here, because when at first I said there was no music, but there was. It was just introduced at a really good time, and I think they did a fantastic job with everything here. And so this has been a really nice map. Again, this has been fantastic, and now the music's off. All we hear is the ambient sound of the wind, and we are left with a lot of questions that we probably will never find the answer to, because the map maker intended for this to be rather mysterious, is what I'm assuming. But so it appears that we were some sort of time traveler who traveled back in time to this kind of Greco-Roman area here, and something must have happened. Perhaps everybody is dead as a result of the anachronism that was detected. Perhaps the robot that was hiding in the corner killed everybody. Perhaps it has to do something with the fruit that we kept seeing strewn about everywhere. And what I still find very strange is that we found those fruit right next to the beds of those people that looked like corpses. So I feel like something here is going on. And then that amphitheater back there with all the monsters looking at you, and then the distant, ghostly cheering in the background that you could hear. Very interesting. I really like this map, and I do like that it doesn't actually give you all of the answers here. I really like that, and I think that's... It just leaves you with this feeling of what is happening in here, and it makes you want to figure out what the actual reason for everything happening here actually is. And it just gives you just enough breadcrumbs to follow to come up with your own theories. And I would love to hear if you have some theories of your own, or if perhaps you know what is supposed to be happening here. Perhaps this is based off of some sort of book. I've seen some Explore Jam maps that were based off of books or movies that I personally didn't know, and perhaps this is another one of those. But I think the map maker did a fantastic job with the modeling, the mapping, the introduction of this area. It was completely unexpected to me, and the fact that the music started playing, when it started playing, I think they did a fantastic job with all of that. And so, thank you for watching, and if you have any theories of your own, I would love to hear them down in the comments. Thank you very much, and see you next time.